question is asked by many people that in Rebbe Nachman's teachings he stresses so much the utmost importance of traveling to a tzaddik and coming close to a tzaddik, attaching oneself to a tzaddik. And by the Jewish world, the Torah observant world today, and even in last generation, the question is asked, why this so much of a stress on this point? Why isn't Torah study enough? The traditional Torah transmission of the Torah scholars in every generation, where the emphasis is Torah study and not out of the teacher himself. It's one thing, fine, I'm hearing Torah teachings, but the way Rebbe Nachman portrays it, that you have to attach yourself to the tzaddikim. I'm learning Torah. What's the problem here? Why this extra feature of finding a tzaddik, attaching oneself to a tzaddik? Leave me alone. It's okay. It should be enough to maintain my connection to Hashem, Torah study, fulfillment of the Torah, prayer, Shabbat, Chagim, all the mitzvah that I have, tzitzit, tefillin. Okay, I'm doing my job. I'm doing my best while in exile to serve Hashem. Why this seemingly additional feature of finding a tzaddik? Why is it made so much noise, so much focus by Rebbe Nachman? So, to explain, it is true, we have the Torah transmission from generation to generation, and each generation brings in more Torah insights. And the Torah insights obviously are based on the traditional Torah, the Gemara, the Midrash, the Chumash, the Zohar, the Kabbalah. Everything is built on these strong foundations. And Torah study involves all of that, fine. But there is a need, Rebbe Nachman explains, to find what's called the tzaddik of a generation. In other words, you are going through situations which you won't find help for in just what's written. To explain, Rav Nosson, he writes that there's what's called the written Torah and the oral Torah, right? The written law and the oral law. The written Torah is understood to mean the Chumash, the Bible. And the oral Torah is understood to mean the Mishnah, the Talmud, that which is not written as part of the actual Bible, that's considered as the oral Torah. So Rav Nosson, he adds a dimension, and he says that it's not the case. That once you have put to writing the teachings of the oral Torah, it now becomes the written Torah. And something else converts to become the oral Torah. Because in every generation, you need this scenario of something which is written and something which is oral. Written Torah connotes something which is square, concrete, rigid. You grasp it. I can hold it in my hand. It's something concrete. It's like people, when learning Torah and getting into it, especially what's called the pshat, it's so concrete and solid, especially learning halacha. There's an amazing feeling of such confidence and power when understanding Torah, because it's shaped, it's square, it's like an accomplishment. It's like someone who's academic, he likes to have on his shelf the entire Talmud, that he's finished the entire Talmud, just like a scientist and a professor that I've finished reading all of these big giant books which are behind me in my library. So too in Judaism, there's this feeling of concreteness, square, rigid, something that I've held on to. That's the aspect of the written Torah, which, if that's the case, in this context, the Talmud, the Mishnah, the Kabbalah, the Midrash, the Zohar, they also fall into this category. Oral Torah connotes something which is like jelly, shaky, iffy, it's not stable. It's oral, it's nothing concrete. I can't write anything down. I can't see lines and on a square on a page. Everything is oral. And that corresponds to tests in life, which is no clear answer for. You have, for example, questions and doubts and everything, where because of lack of knowledge, so you go and ask like a rabbi who's more knowledgeable, you go learn yourself until you know. And that's learning the books, the texts and everything. That's the questions in the area of the written Torah. However, you have also situations and doubts and questions that are not so clear, that I don't get a clear answer from the written Torah. And like, should I marry this lady? Should I move to this city? Should I invest in this type of business? Wherever I learn, I won't find the direct answer. I might find hints and allusions, but I won't find something direct. So in this context, we need the tzaddikim of the generation to give us guidance for now, how to deal with questions and difficulties in the oral Torah department. And this, Rebbe Nachman, in a nutshell, is the idea why you need to find a living tzaddik, a tzaddik for today, who will give you guidelines orally. There was a transmission orally of solving the situations, what to do. And on this, Rebbe Nachman stresses why it's so important to find a true tzaddik. There's a lot to talk about this, but in general, this is the makeup. This already answers the question that you need a tzaddik today to help you with the questions which are in the category of the oral Torah. Because just like back then, when the oral Torah was being transmitted, if it was in the yeshivas of Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, even from the time of the Mishnah, or Rav Ashi, Rav As, wherever, from all the Talmud, the Mishnah, where everything was transmitted orally, so they also then had questions and doubts, is it going to be transmitted properly? And questions and learning, which is in that category of everything is jelly, of shaky. And that's how Hashem designed life, that there are questions which require a lot of emunah to answer them, and you need to strengthen that an emunah. Tzaddikim now, coming close to tzaddikim, because as much as you learn books and texts of the written Torah, it won't help you with these questions in the area which require a lot of emunah. And by opposite, you have questions which fine also require emunah, but my emunah is already directing me to learn these holy teachings and books, and in my emunah I'm putting the learning of the concrete, structured learning of the written Torah. So in a nutshell, this explains, at least to some degree, the importance of finding a tzaddik. You need a tzaddik along with Torah study.